It's Anna and happy Thanksgiving, guys. Well, happy early Thanksgiving because this is going up on Wednesday. Now, my boyfriend was actually, well, me and Annie were supposed to go to Joann's today because they're having their early Black Friday sale, which is perfect. Um, but he's downstairs playing with my little brother, so I'm gonna do a little story time video for you guys. Just because I wanted to do it, and it's one of the story is one of the things that I'm most thankful for this year, and also with everything going on, I feel like a little bit of love and a little bit of hope is perfect for this time. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna be talking about the time that I lost April here. This is my little baby April. I've had her since she was 2 weeks old. If you guys would like to know our story, please give me a thumbs up and I will get right on that. Also, don't forget to subscribe. I'll put a link right here. But yeah, so let's get started. So ever since she was a baby, I've been training her with a leash, and it was Annie's sister's birthday, and she wanted to play with April, so I decided it would be a great time to to take her out with her leash. And she was perfectly fine going into the car, in a car ride, and then for some reason, as soon as we stepped in the car, she freaked out. We tried to catch her, but she's a cat and she's small, and we just couldn't catch her. And it was February and it was still super cold, and honestly it was the worst day ever because I was trying to stay hopeful that we would find her, and we didn't, and it got to a point where it got too cold and we had to go inside, and at this point I was just bawling my eyes out. I cried so hard, my head hurt, my eyes were swollen, and just I was visibly upset, visibly crying, and even after I stopped crying, when I came home, my dad came in and he looked at me. He was like, "Are you okay?" Because I just did not look okay, which is expected when you lose your baby. So she was lost for 3 weeks, and during that 3 weeks, we would continually come over to his house, me, my two little brothers. We would walk around his neighborhood calling for her. She does respond to her name. She doesn't like to. She responds to food more often than her name, but neither of them worked. So throughout the whole 3 weeks, we were searching. I was constantly looking on my animal shelter, my local animal shelter site. I'm actually a volunteer there. I don't volunteer there anymore. I would love to start one again once I have more time. But I was a volunteer, so I was able to get in contact with one of the counselors, volunteers, the people that work there. And Crystal, she was super nice. She's the volunteer coordinator, and she was just super nice and super helpful. She would just I would send her the tag of a cat I saw online that I thought looked like April, and she would give me the information where they were picked up, when they were picked up, and just some of them ended up being her. I would go to the shelter too. And by week 3, I just didn't think I'd see her again. And honestly, just thinking about it now, it makes me cheer up, and I'm cheering up right now. But I just didn't think I'd see her again. And it was really hard, because I had her for just 2 weeks. I bottle fed her. I was pretty much everything that a mom would be to her. Just everything. And it was just really hard not knowing where she was, not knowing if she was okay, if she was hurt, or just but yeah, so during those 3 weeks we actually rented out a trap, and we put cat food in it, because up until then we were putting cat food outside for her, hoping that she'd come back, because I did read on some sites that lost cats in an area that they aren't familiar with, they'll stay near the area they were lost, and the food was being gone, was being eaten. And so we entered the trap, and the next morning we came out, and I came over, we came out, and it was a possum. And I was really hoping it was her, but it wasn't. It was a possum. So it was a possum, and just by week 3, I was just losing hope. And so by week 3 was also our 3-month anniversary, and I was just taking him home, dropping him off at night, and I see a little furry little figure near his garage, and I just stopped the car right away, and I jumped out, and she was about to run, and the cat was about to run, and I just panicked, and I called for her, and she stopped. And so I walked towards her really slowly because I didn't want to scare her, I didn't want to frighten her, and I called her again, and she meowed, and it was the best sound I've ever heard. So she meowed, and the next few parts are really blurry for me. I'm not really sure what happened. I don't know if she jumped into my arms or I picked her up, but she was in my arms, and then the next thing I know, she freaked out again. And I freaked out too, because I didn't want to lose her, and I couldn't hold on to her any longer. She was clawing me, and she was kicking me, and she was biting me, and so I was shouting for Annie, and I was crying, tears of happiness, but then tears of panic, because I didn't know if I could hold on any longer, and I called Annie, and he was actually wearing the first shirt I ever got him. So he grabbed a hold of her, and I turned, and I ran to open the garage because we didn't have a key. So that happened, and that just made her freak out even more, and he ended up getting really hurt. Not really hurt, but she's got her shots and everything, so he had a bunch of scratches, and in some places he was bleeding. Oh my god. We kind of got her inside, and she ran around the house for a little bit before she finally calmed down, and he went to hug me, and I just collapsed. I collapsed crying because I couldn't believe she was in my arms. I could not believe it. After 3 weeks, I had totally lost hope, and I couldn't believe it. And then, so I got up and I walked towards her, and I sat back down, and she was all over me, guys. She was the sweetest thing. She was all over me, giving me kisses, and the fact that I had found her and that she had remembered me. But yeah, so that's the story of when I lost my cat and how I found her. And I'm sorry if I'm really emotional, because it really gets me emotional, and it makes me want to cry each time I think about it, because I'm so glad she's back, guys. She is one of the most important things to me. She's always there for me, and she's my baby. And honestly, guys, I never want to lose her, but I know I will eventually when she's older. And I think I'm just gonna, when that happens, I think I'm just gonna lay in bed all month, and I'm not gonna do any work because I'm gonna be too busy crying. I'm laughing, but now I want to cry. Come here, you butt. She's my best friend, guys. Whenever I'm sick and she's cuddling with me, whenever I'm sick, she will nap with me. Usually she doesn't like napping near me. It depends on her mood, but usually she sits on the bottom of the bed. But whenever I'm sick, she's always by my head, and then whenever I cough or I sneeze, she will wake up and she'll just give me kisses. And but yeah, that's the story of when I lost April. So guys, be thankful for what you have, even if it's a little animal, because I promise you, once they're gone, once they're out of your life, you're gonna miss them so much. Be thankful for what you have and always hope for a better future, because things do get better. You just have to believe. Okay, let's go. I don't like kissing her when I have lipstick on because I don't like getting it in her fur. But here's my baby. Here's my baby. I made her a sweater yesterday because it's cold. Oh God, oh God. No, love me. Oh, you know you love me. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.